Hi everybody. Today we have one of the foremost authorities on marching bands, Nick Caramonica, and he's going to list his top 5 marching band instruments. Are you ready, Nick?
Yay.
Hold it. Before we do this, we need something.
So,
Let's get you ready for this list. All right, you ready, buddy?
yeah.
All right, I know you know your instruments. Here, could you give me a hand there? Put that right there, buddy.
Sure.
Are you all set?
Sure.
All right, good. All right, Nick's top 5 marching band instruments. Number 5, clarinet. How do you, Nick? All right. Number 4,
Trumpet.
let's go right to the, nice work. Number 3, Nick.
Photos.
The cymbals, how do we do it? Number 2,
The rum.
the bass drum. Come on, give me a little drum. And the number 1 marching band instrument, Nick, the
What one?
trombone.
Wow. Oh.
Great job.
All right, good job, guys.
Hi, Sandy, and welcome to the lead update.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to be here.
What is your first job? How old were you?
My very, very first job was the day after I turned 16, and I worked as a salesperson on the floor at the Bargain Center in Quincy, Massachusetts.
What school or training did you have?
After high school, I went to Bridgewater, what is called Bridgewater State University, and got my degree in education. And then many years later, I received a master's degree from Lesley College.
What has helped you be successful?
I think for anyone, the thing that made me successful and makes most people successful is be willing to do more than is expected. Don't be afraid to work hard and not step forward and do more than you think your boss expects, and do it with a smile.
What is the best part of your job?
In my years of teaching, the best part of my job was working with wonderful young people. They're great. They keep you young, they keep you happy. And most of the time, I loved what I did, and I loved the kids, and the parents were so supportive. I taught at the Bulge for 20 years, and I can't say enough wonderful things about working for Mr. Cialetta and Mr. Conlon. They were both wonderful, wonderful, supportive principals, and every day was a wonderful day. Loved it till the day I finished. And now I volunteer at the Women's Community Committee, which many of you may know is an organization that runs a thrift shop at 1091 Washington Street in South Norwood. It's all volunteers, and every penny that's made is given back to the town of Norwood, to nonprofits or to organizations that write to us presenting their case for a need for money.
What do you tell yourself when you experience a setback?
Well, when things don't go quite as you expect them to, what you do is step back, or what I did was step back, think, what am I not doing correctly? How do I need to rethink this, and what can I do to make myself successful?
What advice do you have for other young people?
Again, it goes back to don't be afraid to do more than is expected of you. In the end, it works out well. People do notice, they do appreciate, and that's how when they're looking to advance someone, or they're looking for someone to represent them, or looking for someone to show the best side of them, they will choose you. Hard work is not a bad thing.
Thank you for coming on the show, Sandy, and sharing your perspective
Perspectives.
Perfect.
Perspectives.
Perspective.
Right. Thank you, darling. Oh, you did a great job.
Thank you too.
And now we'd like to take a moment to say thank you to all our community partners and volunteer sites. The Norwood Theater, the Norwood High School Library, Coles Walpole, Meals on Wheels, Norwood Drift Shop, Norwood Senior Center, Residence Inn,
Hold on. There are minutes in.
Rocky's Ace Hardware, Golden Ridge Doggy Daycare, Barcelona Coffee Truck, Willett School, and Village House. From all of us at LEAD, thanks.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Christmas edition of the Sports Minute. I'm your host, Antonio DeCesare.
And I'm Brian Curley.
Well, Brian, Christmas is in the air, and as you know, we're wearing our Santa hats today.
Yeah, we are.
I feel like we're Santa's helpers in the North Pole, aren't we?
Definitely, definitely.
Well, Brian, we have a lot to talk about today. So, and we don't have much time, so we gotta roll, right?
Exactly.
Let's roll with the punches, I would say. But Brian, before we start the show, we have a sponsor on the show.
We do?
Yep. It's Rob Ledoux's Big Ham Insurance in Norwood. You're in good hands with Big Ham. And the deposit for his insurance is only $5. Can you believe that?
That's very cheap insurance.
Yeah, well, Rob made it up himself, so that's pretty good enough. All right, so Brian, let's get started with the Boston Bruins
Well,
news.
the Bruins, on Monday, December 5th, they had a 4-3 win over the Panthers. Tim Schaller kicked off the scoring in the first period for the Bruins. It was his 4th goal of the season, and after the first period, they're up 1-0. In the second period, David Pastrnak knocked in his 14th goal, but Jaromir Jagr pulled the lead back to 1 with his 5th of the season. And then in the third period, although David Backes scored his 7th goal of the season for the Bruins, the Panthers had 2 goals to tie it up, so sent it to overtime, and David Pastrnak in overtime scored his 2nd goal of the game to win it 4-3 for the Bruins.
It was a good game for the Bruins when
Very
they played. Pastrnak is second in the NHL in goals behind Sidney Crosby.